We shall think about Purusharthas. Generally, in our tradition, we have enlisted four Purusharthas. Many people know Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. Before understanding them in the methodical manner, we shall have our own way of feeling them and realizing them, because it is always better to go by the experiential approach than the system which is just meant for conveying information. To convey information, we need not go for experience, but to convey the real meaning of it, to understand anything, we have to emphasize more on experience. More than quoting books after books, sayings after sayings, it is better to search in our hearts for the meaning of the terminologies, for the meaning of various concepts. That's why Indian culture's unique feature is to go for one's own experience. Always Anubhava is the greatest pramana, is the greatest validation, is the greatest proof. If not, we'll always be misled or biased by the books. Any book can as well be questioned, but not the experience, especially the holistic experience, which is called as Samanya Nirvishesha, that can never be challenged. In that sense, when we see all of us have desires, none can reject that we don't have any desires. Everybody is haunted by desires, good or bad, for the benefit or not. So, any desire is termed as demand in the context of economy. Desire is a demand. Desire is the product of paucity. If I have some paucity, if I have something wanting, then it becomes a desire. If I am thirsty, what it means? I don't have sufficient water content in my body, and so I am desirous of drinking water. Then we have an agency to fulfill that desire, an agency to convince that, an agency to meet with, and that is a means, and that is called supply, again in terms of economy. So, desire or demand, and then a means to achieve that, that is supply. Thus, demand and supply, the cycle goes on and goes on. Well, it can go on, nobody is bothered about that. But the reality is not so. All our desires can never be met with. As Gandhiji says, the world has sufficient for everybody's need, but not to fulfill even one person's greed. Greed is so dangerous, and it can consume the whole universe and yet remain unsatisfied. So this amount of dissatisfaction can never be vanquished. When that being the case, all our desires, even genuine, will not be met with in the cruel world order. This is the hard reality of life as such. So, always the demand and supply system will fall short of supply, but the demands will grow day by day, nay, second by second. When that is the case, how to achieve a balance? Let us take an example. If we are 10 people, if 10 bananas or 10 pancakes are served, everybody will get one each. But if I am desirous of having two, somebody will not get any. Then the others will come in the interest of the one who never got anything. Then I have to satisfy for one pancake. I have to compromise for one banana. It means, though my demand is more, because of the situation's compulsion, I have to get satisfied for whatever I have. This way of external insisting, or by my own maturity, no, I should not demand for that, because even the other person has the same hunger. Even he has to be fed. When that value understanding comes, value consciousness arises in me, then I will not err. I will not snatch his. This way of self-correction factor developed because of values, or external insistment or enforcement because of the systems in the form of law and order, both act upon. Internal is morality, and external is law. Both act upon and then the demand and supply web is corrected and it is not left for derailing on its own. So the derailment of it is restored by virtue of one global compromise, one ethical frame, and that is very, very essential. In this way, when we equate our Purusharthas with this, especially the first three, demand is Kama, supply is Artha, and then Dharma is nothing but the compromise, the healthy harmony between these two. We shall know more about these things later.